Lights on, some flashing lights, ready for action. Got the camera on the front mower. We're in the 6R215. We're going on a little road trip today. We're off to mow some, obviously off to mow some grass. Hopefully that camera will stay on for a minute and help me get out onto the main road. Oh, the van's right behind me now. I know a few of you were asking where I got the camera from, and I got it off eBay. And there's one screen and two cameras. It's a bit of a miserable, rainy morning. I'll turn you around so you can see where we're going. So yeah, we got to go off farm. We're going on a bit of a road trip this morning. I don't know how far we're going, about 12 miles. We're going to go mow some haylage grass and bring it back to the farm. Well, bale it and bring it back to the farm. It's just because they're so short on haylage for the cattle. We've actually had a little bit of rain yesterday in the night and this morning, about 6 mil. So that's alright, but it's going to be back up to 30 degrees again this week, so you won't even know it's rained. Probably tomorrow you won't even know it's rained. So yeah, the cows are already getting really short on grass out in the field, so if they have to bring them in and feed them, yeah, they're going to need a lot of haylage. So we're out to bale as much as we can get. Yeah, so it's Monday the 7th of July. The day started off a little bit rainy, but it is forecast to brighten up, come out quite warm this afternoon. Like I said before, 30 degrees again this week. We're going to get on the A34, he's keen. He's like, I'm not getting stuck behind the tractor. Right, flat out. I do wish these tractors, they put them up to 65k on dual carriageway. We'd be flying then. We haven't got to go far on the 34. Them out. Right, well, we made it. Weather's not too nice. Feels chilly. Anyway, at least if the grass is wet, it won't block up the seeds and the dust won't block up the radiator on the tractor like last week. Right, I'll give it a mow and see what it looks like. Looks like pretty stony old ground. Yeah, so this video, oh, we are going down. Front mower's down. This video, we'll do this bit of mowing and some haylage, and we'll put the air horns on the 6R155 as well if you wanted to see how we do that. I've got them all ready to go on, and I've got a bracket made up and everything, which you probably saw in the last video. And what else? And then we're going to cut some barley later on this week. As soon as we get the grain store fixed, we can start harvest. So yeah, I'll probably do that in another video. We'll have 2 videos this week, all going well. Anyway, it looks like it's all a bit laid over, this grass, but it's mowing it. So yeah, we'll crack on and do the headland. I think this is a 9-hectare field, and I've got 2 or 3 fields to do in total. So yeah, Simon's just going to come along and row it straight up behind me, and George or his dad are going to come over and bale it and wrap it. Actually no, I think we're going to bale it, cart it back to the yard, and then wrap it in the yard. So yeah, right, I'll see you in a bit. I feel like I should have put the back window guard on. There is a lot of stones on the ground, and I did just see one go flying. It's not a nice feeling. I'll see if I can get someone to bring the back window guard over. To be honest, it would make nice hay, but we didn't want to keep coming over here with a tedder to turn it, so we're just going to bale it for haylage. I just looked up what this white stuff is as well. What this white one is. It's called yarrow. Oh well, looks good. Just need to pray that we don't get any stones through the back window. And trust me, I am praying. That's the last thing I want today. We've got a full team on now. George has just turned up with the baler. I think it's George or his dad. Simon's up there. He's already been around the headland. He's on his second time around the headland with a rake. So this grass is not going to be on the floor for very long. Oh, we're still going. I'm going steady. It's rough out here. He's baling now. I should think there's going to be a fair few bales. Oh, he stopped. He's on his first time around the field. He's just checking his bales. Getting on fairly well. They've stopped for some reason. Yeah, I'm just taking it real steady just to be careful. I don't know, yeah, Simon and George have stopped over there. Anyway, we'll keep on plodding on. I wish I brought the drone, but I haven't flown the drone for ages, and I can't really stop anyway to get out and put the drone up, because then they'll be catching me up, so we'll push on. George said it's pretty hard work on the tractor. I guess it's just because the grass hasn't had time to dry. But I mean, it stood pretty dry already. Should have brought my phone and got a video on my phone too. You got the 75/30 on there. Ah, it's doing a fine job, isn't it? Oh, some pretty green old stuff. They're going to be bloody heavy on the trailer. Oh, I was going to drop a bale in my way. I think it'd be alright. Never seen so many stones. I thought we had fields with lots of stones in. We're on to the second field now. The grass isn't as good out here, but I was about to say it's smoother, but it's not smoother. But there's no stones out here, so that's always good. Oh, I've got missiles being thrown at the back of the tractor. Anyway, yeah, this grass is almost dead. Anyway, we'll stick it in a bale, put a bit of wrap around it, and it should make a bit of haylage. Something to feed the cows. I'll clean it off a little bit. Yeah, so I finished mowing. Thought I'd clean these grids out before we go back up the road. Don't want it overheating on the road. Anyway, so Simon's still rowing up and George is restringing his baler or something, I think. Oh. Anyway, it did a lot better than the 155 last week, because I think I had to unblock the rads on that twice on a 5-hectare field. Bring that down. If I can, with one hand. Ow. Get on. Alright, now he's stuck down. Yeah, so we're going to fold up and head on home. Might stick some new blades on this when we get back, because those stones, they're not too bad. They got a few chunks out of them. Yeah, took a bit of a battering, not as bad as what I thought they would be. If you ever go on the M4, be alright, won't it? Best just to take up all the lanes, and then the cars can't come up the inside of me. We'll go under the M4, not on it. Wheat's all died off over here too, a bit like ours. Going for it. It's not a bad road this. I'm going home a different way. Coming up from Hungerford, it was a bit narrow and there was traffic lights, as you probably saw, so I thought I'd go in the stock crossway. Now, have a bloody crash here. Made it back to the farm in one piece. That's good. I'm just gonna might just sharpen those blades, and then they'll be good for the second cut. for our main second cut then, won't they? And then drop these off. I think they're going to move cut all those bales back tomorrow and then wrap them in the yard. And, yeah, that's their plan. I think Billy's going to help them, so I'll tell him to video if there's anything good to video. And I'm going to get ready for combine tomorrow, I think. Any good? Yeah. Just unloaded a Richard Western trailer off a lorry. It's actually, I think it's just on hire for the summer. We've got it just for the summer. Just an extra trailer. We're going to be moving a lot of hay and straw around this summer. Billy's just off out. They're going to go and pick up bales. I'll see if I can get them to blow the air horns because someone was asking to hear them. And then if I get time today, I'll... There you go, look. Flipping loud. Yeah, if I get time today, I'll put the horns on the 155. I've just got to quickly spray around this barley shed with some insecticide. I did take a time lapse of me doing it last week on the other shed, and I forgot to put it in the edit, so I might stick that on next. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do this, and then this shed will be ready for barley then. And we can get and cut some barley this week. I'm just helping them wrap some of these bales, or moving some bales around for them. The reason why they didn't wrap them in the field is because of the stones. The stones would have punctured the bales, and also we could fit more bales on the trailer if we put them on unwrapped. So, well, that's what they said anyway. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to turn my camera off because I can't do this with one hand, and I'll carry on moving bales for a bit. I'm only doing it for half an hour. George got a bit snowed under with bales. They all came back at the same time. They were like buses all turned up at the same time. And yeah, he'll be alright in a minute. Right, Tuesday evening. I'm just getting trailers ready for tomorrow. Rain store's still not fixed, but we might have to just tip in the sheds. It's really hard to back the trailers into the barley shed, so that's why we're waiting to get the store fixed before we actually go combining. But we're going to have to just, if we don't get the store finished or fixed tomorrow, we'll just be forced to go and tip in the shed. Anyway, I've just been sorting trailers out, getting them ready to go, and I've put the horns on. Only one of them's working at the moment, but I'll show you. I'll show you how I fitted them on. So I made the frame up for the horns to sit on. So I got these horns, let me try and climb up here. I got these horns second hand off eBay, and I think they're quite old. They were going cheap, luckily. And they are Hadleys. One's bigger than the other. One's slightly longer than the other. Anyway, yeah, so I made this frame up, and it goes and it fixes to the 2 cab roof bolt down points. There was already bolts in here bolting the roof down. I haven't made any holes in the roof or anything. So yeah, so I made the frame up, got all the fittings, all the pipe. Well, I had all the fittings and pipe already from the last time I've done this. And only thing I've still got to do actually is glue these rubber stops to the metal because it was wobbling around. So I thought I'll just stick those rubber stops in there to stop it all wobbling around and stop it vibrating on the cab roof. So yeah, that's what that looks like. I'm trying to reach, wait there. Shut the door so I can climb up on the back tyre. I have, instead of messing around with electrics for this one, because it's only going to be on here for temporary, I have used a pull valve. Ooh.
I forgot it's on all the time. I've used a pull valve for the horn control. So that's that, and it goes through the sunroof. So to use the pull valve, you have got to crack the sunroof open. It's a bit simple, but it's better than messing around with electrics on a tractor that isn't going to be here permanently. The reason why I've only got one of them working at the moment is because in the bottom of the horn, I'll try and show you a photograph. Normally you've got a threaded hole for an air fitting to screw into, which is what I've got on my other horns. But this one didn't have any threads, it was just a hole. So I've used some araldite to glue a fitting into the bottom of the horn, and it's worked on that one, and this one didn't work. For some reason the araldite didn't set properly. So anyway, so I've just cut this one out, put a 90 degree on there. So we've just got one working at the moment. When I get time, I will have another go at gluing that fitting in there. I'll get some more araldite. Anyway, so I still need to tidy this up. I've got some sticky pads for cable ties to go on here. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. Hopefully I'm not going to disturb anyone. Oh, she's getting low on air now, but she's still pretty loud just with one horn. I'm probably going to get complaints about that. Anyway, so then I've just put the pipe around the work light, around the back window, and I'll show you where I've teed it into on the tractor's airline. This is the 6R155. It's still loaded up with barley, but we're going to tip that out in the morning before we go combining. Anyway, so yeah, I've just teed into the airline for the brakes, for the air brakes. Put this T-piece in here, and then we've got a 6mm pipe going up here and then up the back of the cab. Simple as that. It's all quite simple. Jeremy's going to be driving this one. I should probably go and wash the windows for him, to be honest, because it hasn't been washed since it's been on the hedge trimmer. See, look. Yeah, the windows need a quick clean.